He looked at his wife and put the last gas mask on his own face. The woman stared at him in despair. Despite her desperate pleas, he walked away without looking back. The gas quickly reached her thighs. It was about to engulf her whole, but she refused to die just like that. Using her years of climbing experience, she fought her way upward, with the gas inches behind her. She never imagined the man who once adored her would leave her alone to die, just as she fell into despair. The man suddenly climbed back. He had gone to a more dangerous place, to search for another mask. He didn't tell her, afraid she'd worry. Those who choose to die with you will never walk away. He helped her put on the new respirator. They rushed to the gym downstairs, opened a window, Francie in shock. The gas here was thicker than on the roof. Their only chance was the building ahead. Only one mask left in their bag. They refused to part ways, so they made a bold decision. The man hurled a dumbbell with all his strength. The two buildings were connected by rope. More dumbbells made it more stable. The woman prepared to crawl across. She climbed up slowly. Just as she reached the middle, after the tense moment, just as they were about to escape successfully, she gripped the rope tight, urged him to come quickly. But disaster struck again. The BBQ shop's vent was still on. It sucked in gas and pushed it upward. She shouted for him to hurry, but he couldn't outrun the gas. It reached her in seconds. She clung to the rope, refusing to let go. He turned and went back into the danger. The gas surrounded them, but she still wouldn't leave. She believed he was still alive. Suddenly, she felt a tug at her waist. Through the mist, a dumbbell flew and slammed down at her feet. Then from the thick gas, the man crawled out again. Things kept turning around. This building had an even higher rooftop. They set up a decoy using signboards. Soon, a helicopter spotted them. Just as they were about to escape successfully, the woman felt no joy. She noticed students locked below. Seeing the terrified children, her heart twisted in pain. But they knocked all signs down, lay sideways and raised their arms, forming an arrow pointing to the kids. The pilot understood their message, turned around toward the trapped students. As they watched the rescue fly away, their feelings were torn and heavy. They gave up their chance of survival, trusting more help would come. But then, the gas station exploded again. A shockwave pushed the gas at them. Only the tallest tower could save them now. Time was running out. With a loud bang, a mattress was tossed down. They jumped right after it, used broken rails as a ladder, climbed into the next building. But the last gas mask was used. They had to find another way. And so they survived in the ruins, the last two people alive, leaping from rooftop to rooftop. Soon, their struggle was live-streamed by drones. The world watched their every move, even the smallest motion, gripped countless hearts. The man silently handed her chalk dust. She covered her hands in it, clapped off the excess. Then they jumped 10 meters across, grabbing onto a light box mid-air. But gas surged up behind them. The rope connecting them now tied their fates together. If one slipped and fell, both would die on impact. After all their struggles, they finally reached the rooftop. Victory seemed within reach. They ran forward in excitement, but at the railing they were stunned. The next building was hundreds of meters away. Below was a sea of choking gas. Getting across was near impossible. They collapsed in despair, held each other and sobbed, whispered final confessions. Suddenly, a drone appeared overhead. Then another. Helicopters swarmed toward them, diving straight into the poison, driving back the gas clouds. They bought precious time. Another drone drifted close, took the rescue line from the man's hands. He tied a firm knot, attached the safety harness, and with a roar, they jumped into the night sky. Their screams pierced the silence. They were almost across, but the slope wasn't steep enough. They dangled in midair, suspended between life and death. Worse still, the far end of the rope began to snap. In the crucial moment, she climbed onto his back, pulled out a tool from her bag. He held on tight. She cut the trailing rope without hesitation. The paraglider turned into a swing, carrying them toward the far side. But at the last moment, the knot slipped loose. They plummeted again. The livestream Francie on that image. Millions broke into tears. At that moment, the last helicopter arrived. But in the thick, endless gas, only the rope remained. There were no bodies found either. Just as they were about to give up, they spotted two figures on a crane tip, raising sparklers high into the sky. The two survivors, overjoyed, waved their arms with all their strength.